Wrongthany Guy Tano here, the internet's wrong guy. What's up? It's ya boy, Skiddly Whippers. Jeremiah Williams with another album review. Yes, these have been very popular, so I'm planning on doing more of these. We're going to give you a few cool, interesting updates. So we're going to be doing some new albums. The albums that I'm planning on reviewing is Vance Joy's what was it, Cities of Two, or two cities or two towns, something like that. Weezer's Blue album, older album, not very new, but also a good album that I'll probably review. And probably gonna review a EDM album. So when it comes to folk, indie folk, we're doing Two Towns, Two Cities, I can't remember, by Vance Joy. We'll figure that out. I'll put the name up here. And Weezer's Blue album for rock. Put that here. And then here, just edit that in later. We're going to put, what was the other one? EDM, or actually more like ambient EDM. We'll put Survivor's H38Q something album, which will be here, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Those albums are probably what we're going to be reviewing next. It's really subject to change, so if that doesn't work out, then something's going to happen. But anyway, let's get to the current album at hand. Staying at Tamara's. So yeah, this is going to be a review of his, this is Staying at Tamara's was the second studio album, and he's been very popular. As of recently. He started with his 2014 record, Wanted on Voyage, which was a very popular record with its hit single Budapest, which reached #1 in the UK and top 10 for several other countries, and was the third best selling album of 2014 in the UK. Very, very talented artist. He's known for like folk rock, blues rock, Americana, folk pop kind of thing. Mainly known for his folk rock style, which is very interesting. He's done a few EPs like Did You Hear the Rain and Casio, which happened in 2013 and 2014. Very good artist. If you haven't heard of him, pause this video now. Listen to Budapest. Come back. And then you get what I'm going. Then you'll understand. You probably have heard this song before, and it's very good. Anyway, let's just get into the album review. This Staying at Tamara's, released in March 2018. Also was #1 in the UK and top 10 in 8 other countries, with its second single from the album, Paradise, reaching #1 in the UK, making Ezra's highest charting single in the UK, which is another excellent song. And we're just gonna go into that record and talk about a few of the tracks. Pretty Shining People. Great song, by the way. Excellent song. It starts out really slow. You have like the verse, you know, it's a long story, which I do really like with folk music and indie music, is that the stories and stuff that they tell are really fascinating. This one is a very cool story. Talks about him having a conversation with a friend of his, talking about America, heading to the wishing well, we've reached our last resort. It's a very cool song. Very cool song. Although I may have messed up the lyrics here and there, so don't hold me against that. It's full. Pretty Shining People, overall, really good song. Definitely would recommend listening to it. It's not my favorite on the album, but possibly my second favorite. It's a really great song. Definitely would recommend listening to it. Check it out now. Moving on to the next one. So the second track, Don't Matter Now, which was the first track, but I think he changed it up a little bit. Just make it easier. I don't know. Doing whatever you want. You know, you can do it. Don't Matter Now. Great I think it was a single too. Really excellent song. Definitely would recommend that song. It's kind of has like this country guitar in the beginning, and a lot of the transitions and a lot of these songs are just really good and really creative. I think George Ezra got really ambitious with this album and did an excellent job. He got quite a few. He got a featuring artist on here, which I'll probably talk about a little later. But yeah, Don't Matter Now, great song. Moving on to the next one. Third track, Get Away, is great song. It's not as upbeat. Like the theme of this one isn't as upbeat. Talks about being stressed out and whatnot, but it's still a great song. It still makes the whole thing run smoothly and everything. I definitely recommend. I would recommend almost all of the tracks on this album by far. It's a great album. I would buy it for sure. Shotgun. A lot of my friends think this is the best track on the album. I beg to differ. Paradise is probably the best track, but Shotgun is a great song. Talking about vacations and hey Jack, how you doing? Just a really fun song. A lot of these are really fun songs. Paradise though, first time I listened to it, it was amazing. Great song. It's kind of cheesy lyrically, but just the different instruments used in it, it's just a really cool song. Like Paradise, it's got all these different, there's like the stutter that he does, artistic stutter he has in there when he's delivering the lyrics, like time. You have to listen to the song to understand what I'm saying, but it's really well written, excellent song. Just by far, it was just done really well, produced really well, and there's a bass drum that hits at the boom boom heart area. It sounds cheesy when I'm saying it out loud without the music, but you have to. Well, okay. You have to give it a listen. You have to just check it out. Oh, by the way, the label is Columbia. Next track is All My Love. Much slower song. On probably the slowest song. Well, no, not the slowest song. It's I think the second side of this, the B-side of this record, is a little slower. It's got little slower tracks on there, which is fine. That's usually the case. But the B-side is pretty good. All My Love is very good song. It's very good. It's a little cheesy, but a lot of these songs are a little cheesy if you just took the lyrics themselves. But that song is also written very well, so it's a good song. Sugarcoat. Also a really good song. It's slower, but it's still a good song. Hold My Girl, really well written song. Very slow. I haven't done a whole lot of research on that track, but I think it's talking about like a soldier leaving to go fight in the war. Really cool song. Savior is First Aid Kit. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. A lot of different artistic what's it called? Analogies and stuff in there. It's really interesting. Only a Human. Probably my least favorite song on the record, but you know, what you gonna do? The Beautiful Dream, also decent song. But the first couple, I think Side A is probably has the best tracks on it. But overall, I would still I would still listen to this album. It's a great album. The tracks are great. The writing is excellent. It's a great song. Definitely would recommend listening to it if you haven't listened to it already. But excellent song. It was just produced well. It was written well. Just check it out. George Ezra did an excellent job with this record. Excellent job. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It covers pretty much the whole. That's the whole. It's the whole thing. I also like the album art. It leaves a lot. It's just a picture of him in a doorway at an empty house. You just don't know what's going on. But it's album art's pretty cool. I like a lot of the album art for his singles, which, Pretty Shining People, Don't Matter Now, Shotgun. Not Shotgun, Paradise. Go check those albums. Also, the acoustic version of Paradise 2 is also pretty cool too, so definitely check that out. And that concludes this album review. Thank you. I think it was Leilani Wong that told me that I should review this record. I did attempt to do a video like this previous, but I decided to just reshoot the whole thing again, because I wanted to add her thing on there because she wanted to the last time. So for this one, I'm gonna just end here. That was her thing. Anyway, shout out to Leilani. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next album review. So, goodbye. Also, shout out to Anthony Fantano. Check out his channel if you don't know who he is. He's a album. He does review records too. Really cool. He does records that you've never heard of, records that you probably heard of. He makes some good album reviews too. So if you haven't checked him out already, you could check him out if you want. He's just album reviewer. Cool. So anyway, see you in the next album review. So George Ezra's staying over at Tamara's. 10 out of 10. Well, okay, 9 out of 10. Good record. All right, bye.